Okay, the camera's on now. I'm going to go live for maybe 3 minutes on YouTube. Because I don't know what's going on if you guys aren't being aware of my lives. But I used to have more engagement on YouTube than I did before, and it's bothersome because I prefer YouTube as my platform to TikTok. And today I did not put both phones up to go live on both platforms. And I spent a lot of time today talking to people on TikTok about important things. I'm going to repost that onto YouTube. I've been concerned about my engagement. Uh, and that's not important, but right now at this particular moment in our lives, I need to be able to reach the most people to give the mm, best chance of our survival. I need to be able to impact a broader band of people, which is why I went from just writing books to writing music to doing so much other stuff. The time of reckoning is so much closer than most people think. And yet, a lot of us are still worried about insignificant things. I really hate that the platform on TikTok causes me to get immediately hundreds of viewers. And then on YouTube, when I do a live, sometimes it takes a long time to get a view. And I understand that. And that's because YouTube is Gen X. And Gen X, that shows us our inaction to me. Gen X, there's no longer any more time to sit back and wait. There are 26-year-olds doing your job in the astral realm. You have been complacent for long enough. You have asserted your dominance for long enough. Gen X, it's time for action. Gen X, I've noticed that with you guys, you will look at something, resonate with it, don't like it, don't share it, don't try to get the message out. You don't care. That's the signature of our generation. No fucks given. Balls on trucks, no fear. How's that worked out for us? So the things that the younger people engage with, like that girl who made money and became a millionaire from Cash Me Outside, is not because of your engagement. It's because younger people engaged and interacted with it, and they made her a millionaire. You were responsible for that, Gen X. I don't see any of you here. I find that even when I talk about healing, I get more of an engagement from a spot where we shouldn't be meeting up because it has never been consistent. We should be meeting here all the time. Our consistent meeting place should always be YouTube. Our consistent content should be always be YouTube. And I'm not looking for money. I'm looking just for engagement to get the message out. Period. If I am trying to get crowds for engagement, as many people as possible, in order to get the gears of the machine working, why would I simply rely on the part of the machine that nobody else is watching? I know I live on the West Coast. And there was a time where I'd had more watchers, a lot more watchers on YouTube. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I just started to bore you guys because I don't know if it was no longer books or I don't know what happened. But I noticed that there's a severe decline in viewership here. And um especially on lives, because my lives for you guys I did a lot for a very long time. And me getting the message out through the lives on here will never change. Even if it takes longer for you guys to receive the message because you don't watch it. My human instinct is always to say, I'm not upset, I'm not disappointed. I have so many family members who I thought would be more encouraging in my journey. So many people in my life who I thought would be so supportive in my journey toward music and writing and discussion. And what I found is I'm highly disappointed. The same people who I promoted, paid to promote, shared, and all their music and all that stuff there has left me with a bitterness in my mouth. And I noticed that people respond better to bitterness than they do to truth. So I'm not going to be bitter. I'm going to be truthful because in the end, what we're leaving is a historical record for future generations. Future generations need to know that it is better to be authentic than theatric. We all know, maybe the ones who came in recently or who haven't been here for a while, know who I am and how I got here and the circumstances that brought me to this space. Those of us who now refuse to engage in research are choosing to be left out of the conversation. Those of us who now choose not to look up what pulls towards our soul are not meant to be a part of this conversation. I'm so sorry that the collective is so small when it comes to numbers in the eyes of men and women, when it comes to social media. But you have to understand the collective is so much larger than social media. The collective flows through each and every single one of us, beckoning us home to mother, beckoning us to come back, to realize, to actualize, to actually become who we've always wanted to be in our souls, to remember who we are. And I don't know, I can't force anyone to understand and to recognize or to watch. All I can say is, you are so worthy. You are so beautiful. The collective flows through you in everything you do. There are those of us who simply stand by the sidelines and watch. And then those of us who create. And then those of us who construct those creations. I am a creator. When I go into the dreaming, when I fall asleep, and I go into the astral plane, I create everything that people think is impossible. It's only an impossibility in this space. Nothing's impossible. The only limitations we have are those that we put on ourselves. And because I'm a soul that I would rather be writing right now, working on my book and creating on my book than actually doing a second live video because I forgot to put up my other phone to put a live on the other aspect. But here I am, and that's what we're doing. And there are no viewers, but I know that they leave the lives up. I don't know what I did to turn TikTok viewers off. Maybe it was the, not TikTok, but YouTube viewers off. Maybe it was the music. Maybe it was the lack of continuous engagement. But in the end, you guys are the star children. Gen X are the star children who don't want to take responsibility for their being in the in-between. The children who are fucked up and the parents who are fucked up above us, and we're trying to figure out how to navigate all that. We haven't shown up in politics, in anything. I don't see us showing up. Where are you, Gen X? Where's your music? Where's your contributions to society? Or are you going to sit there like me, still battered and bruised, and standing in the corner, trying to reevaluate your life's purpose without doing anything. Even me, as broken as I am, managed to turn my systems back on and not be completely bored by what's going on or uninterested by what's going on in the universe around us. I suggest to you, Gen X, that you try to explore the same things. Else you will be left out of the entire conversation in the loop as you're being left out of now. The world is not what you think, Gen X. You're looking through an island so narrow because we think we're so perfect and we did everything so right. But we don't see a damn thing. And that's because we turned off the nerve that made us see it. And we thought that not giving a care was important. It made us special not to care. Guess what? We're not special. We're broken. We are a broken generation, Gen X. We're absolutely, totally, completely broken. And until we come to accept that, until we come to accept that we should have never been the extreme feral children, then we're always going to be in the space of not sharing, not helping. Because that's what we were taught. Yeah, we resonate with this, but why share it? Yeah, we enjoy that, but why share it? And the new generations are all about promoting their friends and their friendships, sharing information and ideas. Even the tech community is all about consistently updating the way they think, the way they love, the way they provide information. Meanwhile, I can't even connect with my generation because even if they're watching, I bore them, eat them, I sell.